members of the world say, look, it's fine if you want me to dress right, walk right, talk right, look right, that's good. I can do that. That's easy. That's an easy religion. Why? Because churches are full of them every Sunday morning. They show up with a tie on, a suit, they sit down, they look right, they talk right, they act right, they say all the right things at all the right spots, they have to say amen in the right places. They do all that. They've been doing it since they were a kid. See? Got an easy religion, man. All they got to do is show up. And you know what it does? It soothes their conscience. And it soothes their conscience so that when they leave, they feel good about themselves. So that way, when they get to work on Monday morning, they're all gathered around their buddies together, and a dirty joke said and all that, and they're all laughing. Ha, ha, that was so funny, Bob. That was great. He can still soothe his conscience because he knows Sunday morning, you know where he's going to be? He's going to be sitting on a church pew. Do it all over again. Might as well say, Father, forgive me for I've sinned. Do the rosaries and Hail Marys. Might as well. Same thing.
Picking up chicken for the church dinner, Christmas dinner.
You're not going nowhere. You're just spinning your wheels. And
last week's message.
That's this young man. Lord looked at him. Loved him. Knew he was dumb as a box of hammers. Loved him anyway. Notice what the Lord does. Jesus, beholding him, loved him and said, one thing thou lackest. He didn't say the boy's intent wasn't good. He didn't say that the fella didn't believe in what he was doing. You know, most people go to church, they believe in what they're doing. They believe sincerely. Even though they're going through all that tomfoolery, they believe it. They believe it with all their heart. I've talked to people and dealt with people in different religions that knew it. I mean, they believe with all their heart in their religion. Notice what he tells him to do. Now, he's on the same line as what the boy said he's done since his youth. Don't do this, don't do this. He's got all these works.
Pastor Jay's up and down like Dr. Peacock.
Notice what he tells him.
Got to turn the volume up and turn it down.
Go thy way, sell whatever thou hast, give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasures in heaven, and come and take up thy cross and follow me. He was sad at that saying. He went away grieved. He wanted something easy. God said, sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying God's going to call you to give away everything you got. But your heart better be ready to if he does. Amen. I didn't know what God was going to do with me when I got saved. But you know what? When I came to God, I said, God, whatever you want to do. I'm lost. I'm undone. God, I need salvation. God, please save me. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't care what it is. I would have sold everything I had. Everything. Because I needed Jesus Christ. I didn't know it was free. I didn't know that, but I would have sold everything I had. I'd have gave you everything I had. That woman at that well says, give me that water that I may not thirst again. She'd have given everything she had if she thought there was an actual glass of water. Again. But that's the heart you got to have. That's the heart you better have. See, we want easy believing.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, repeat after me. Come on, skip you, and we'll all be free. It don't work that way. No. It ain't that way. That's why you better be careful dealing with children.
Amen.
You can hurt a child.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it easy. They're looking for an easy religion. They want something that's easy peasy. I'll tell you another thing. The next thing I find is now they're only looking at an easy peasy religion, but they're afraid of man. Take your Bible and look over in Proverbs chapter 29. They're afraid of man, what man may think. If they get saved, then they have to quit doing what they're doing, and all their friends and all their acquaintances and all their workmates and everybody's going to look at them different, and then all of a sudden they're going to change their whole... Listen, when I got saved, I went in and told the guys on the crew, I said, listen, I got saved Sunday. I said, I went down to the altar, I got saved at that Baptist church, and you know what? Every one of them laughed. I'm sure you did. They thought I was joking. They ain't doing Jesus, you're my family. If you're going some other way, I see it. That's it. I'm not going to have time to fellowship if you're not going that way. I love my grandkids. I love my kids. I love brothers and sisters in Christ. But if you're going a different way, I see it. Go this way. I'll see you on the other side. And sometimes it's going to separate. And you know what? They're afraid of that. They're afraid they may have to make a decision. And they may have to change some things in their life. They're afraid. Their fear of man bringeth forth a snare. Notice in Proverbs chapter 29 there. Proverbs chapter 29 and look at verse 25. For the fear of man bringeth a snare, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be saved. I tell you why a multitude of people would rather be lost is they're afraid to change. They're afraid to change. They're scared of people. They want something easy. I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you the next one I want you to notice is they're afraid to believe. They're just afraid, plain out afraid to believe. It just sounds too unreal to them. Take your Bible and notice over in John chapter 1. Here's a fella that he's only mentioned a couple of times in the Bible. But the Lord speaks of him. And he cannot believe. He's just like, somebody told him about the Lord, and he said, really? He said, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Anything good come out of Nazareth? I don't believe it. Notice in John chapter 1 and verse 46.
Okay, back to church. I'll have to put up
Here's
part
old
3
Nathaniel.
later.
Old Nathaniel said
Gotta
unto
get the
him,
chicken.
Can there be anything
Christmas
come
dinner,
out of Nazareth?
Baptist doctrine,
Anything good?
fried
Philip
chicken.
said, come and see. He couldn't believe it.